In today's brand new Project Cars 2 video, we're talking all about the new DLC that'll be coming to the game over the next few weeks and months. Let's go! What's going on, guys? My name's Matinho, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some awesome Project Cars 2 DLC news. So let's jump straight into it. So we've had the game for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and we're starting to get a little bit more information with regards to what we're going to be getting via DLC. Some of the information you're going to see in this video you may have already seen already, but there may be some new stuff that you haven't seen, and this newer stuff paints a lot clearer picture as to what we're going to be getting when the DLC does release. So the first image I'm going to pop on screen is this one here. This is basically the roadmap for the Project Cars 2 Season Pass and outlines each of the packs that you're going to be getting. Ignoring the first one, the Day 1 DLC expansion pack, which probably a lot of people, myself included, could argue should have been in the game from day one. Looking at the packs following that, you get little hints and clues as to what you're going to get, along with the information about what's covered within each pack. So this first pack, very much a rally style sort of helmet, so we've already got Rallycross in the game, so it could be expansions to that particular class, but we're going to get 8 cars, 2 tracks, community deliveries and career events. Look at the next one along. A little bit more subtle, the clues in this one, but looking at the blue and red stripe there, very much a Martini livery, which from the information I've got I can tell you it does point towards a Porsche expansion. This one, 8 cars again, but we're only getting 1 DLC track along with community deliveries and career events. The next one is more of a classic style helmet, open faced, and again we're going to be getting 8 cars, 1 track, community deliveries and career events. And this final one, not very many clues there, very modern helmet, but again 8 cars, 2 tracks this time, community deliveries and career events. So this was the information. We've had it for quite a while. They started outlining what was going to be in the DLC around May, I think it was, but like I said, we've had a bit more information come through over the last couple of days, which brings us to this next image here. So this is from a post on the GT Planet website, and as you can see it outlines what each pack is going to be called. So we have the Fun Pack, the Porsche Pack, the Le Mans Icon Pack and the Ferrari expansion. So the Ferrari and the Porsche Pack are very self-explanatory as to what we're going to be getting there. The Le Mans Icon Pack, open to a little bit more interpretation, but you can imagine we're just going to get 8 cars, Le Mans winning cars from various different eras down the years. The one that's really open to interpretation, and the one we're going to focus on first of all, is the Fun Pack. So we're going to take a look at this next image. So ignoring the obvious ones in there, like the Porsches and the Ferraris, you'll see that we've got 3 rally-themed cars in there. So the first one we've got is this one here, the Audi S1 Rallycross car, which is the 3rd one down in the list. The next one down the list is the Citroen DS3 Rallycross car. The one that got me really excited for this pack though is the bottom one, the 1985 Audi S1 Quattro. I was hoping they weren't just going to stick to rallycross cars. I was hoping via DLC we would get some actual full-blown rally cars in there, especially Group B, and it looks like my wish, and probably the wish of a lot of other people, is going to be granted with the Audi S1 Quattro. So the overall theme of this pack, I think, is going to be a rally theme pack. If you take a look at the DLC roadmap image again, very much a rally themed helmet over this DLC pack, and given that we've got 3 rally themed cars here, I think it's going to be very much a rally themed DLC. With regards to the tracks, I'm not too sure. Looking at the tracks at the bottom, a couple of them fairly self-explanatory again. Mugello will probably be in the Ferrari expansion. Classic Le Mans will probably be in the Le Mans Icon pack. So Interlagos, I don't really see a link between Interlagos and Porsche, so I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to come in that pack. There's a possibility that Interlagos could come within the first pack, the Fun Pack, but again, I'm not sure if they have an actual rallycross layout for that particular course. If they do, please leave a comment down below and let me know. But again, it's kind of 50-50 now as to what tracks we're going to get for this first pack. But Interlagos is very much in that conversation because it is something that has been mentioned by the developers and Ian Bell specifically during a Q&A. So moving on to the next pack we're going to be getting, it is the Porsche pack. And again, fairly self-explanatory as to what we're going to be getting. We've already seen this image here, which points out 3 possible cars that are coming in that pack. So the top one, the 991 RSR, and then we've got a 2003 Porsche Carrera GT towards the bottom of that list, and a 1986 Porsche 961. But I'm going to expand on this because I'm going to pop this image up on screen now. So this gives us a much better idea as to what the cars we're going to be getting in there. As you can see, we've got 9 images on here of various Porsches. Off the top of my head, I can't think of what the names of all of them are, but quite a lot of Porsches in there. Now, the thing that stood out for me with this image is each DLC pack is going to have 8 cars in there. We've got 9 here, so the possibilities are, number 1, we could be getting 3 DLC cars again, which would be absolutely awesome because that was very much in the first game's DLC outline. So each month you get a DLC pack, but there would be a free DLC car as well if you didn't want to buy the DLC but you wanted something a little bit new in there. The other possibility is that given that the next pack following this is the Le Mans Icon pack, and everybody knows how successful Porsche are at Le Mans, there's a possibility that only 6-7 of these cars could make it into the Porsche pack. The others could make it into the Le Mans expansion pack because of just how successful they have been at Le Mans itself. So a couple of possibilities there. Again, with the circuit, I'm not sure what circuits really, you know, kind of encapsulate what Porsche is all about, barring Le Mans. I'm not sure if they have a test track like Ferrari have with Mugello, or if there's another track where they've been particularly successful. So again, a little bit unsure as to what the circuit could be, but these are looking like the extra Porsche, the brand new Porsche, sorry, that we're going to be getting in the game via DLC. Okay, so the next DLC pack we're going to take a look at is the Le Mans Icons pack, and looking at this image again on screen, not so much the cars but the tracks, you can see Classic Le Mans is the circuit that we're going to be getting for this DLC pack more than likely. It doesn't mention what era it's from though. Le Mans has had so many different changes and so many different layouts over the years that we're spoiled for choice a little bit. Myself personally, I would like to see multiple different classic layouts, so something from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s and so on, but if I had to nail it down to one, I would probably say it'd be late 70s, early 80s would where I'd like to see it. As long as we've got an untouched Mulsanne straight on this layout, then I'll be relatively happy with it, but I don't want to see them go all the way back to say like the 50s and the 40s. That wouldn't appeal to me. So late 70s, early 80s would where I'd like to see the classic Le Mans layout come from. Looking at the cars, this is a little bit more difficult because we have so many Le Mans winning cars already in the game. We've already mentioned that because we've got like 9 possible new Porsches coming to the game and DLC packs have 8 cars in them. I would imagine 1, possibly even 2 slots for this Le Mans Icons DLC will be Porsche cars, which still leaves us with 6 or 7 slots still open. I can't think of any off the top of my head, as I said, purely because we've got so many Le Mans winning cars in the game already, but the one that comes straight to mind immediately would be the I think it was 89 or 90 Jaguar XJR14, I think it is. The year could be wrong, but it's got the shrouded rear wheel and it had the awesome purple and white silk cut livery on there. That'd be awesome to see. But if you have any particular classic Le Mans cars you would like to see come to the game for this pack, then leave a comment down below. That'd be awesome to hear from you. But now let's take a look at the last pack, which is the Ferrari expansion. And as you would imagine, with this being the final DLC pack that's released through the lifespan of the game, not a huge amount of information right now, but looking at this screen again, we've got the 2016 Ferrari 488 Challenge, so that'll be in that pack. And looking at the circuits, the bottom one, the Mugello circuit, which of course is the official test track of Ferrari, that will more than likely be in that pack as well. So quite a lot of wiggle room with that one. 7 vehicle slots and 1 more for a track. There is the possibility Interlagos could be the second circuit within that DLC. So again, I personally would like to see it in the first one, and I think it will be in the first one, but there is the possibility it could come along with Mugello in the Ferrari expansion pack. And with regards to cars, we've got quite a few Ferraris and quite a lot of my favourite Ferraris in there already. So I don't know, possibly one that comes off the top of my head, purely because I watched the film a few days ago, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, would be the 250 GT California from that film. But again, there's a lot of racing history and a lot of awesome Ferrari cars, so I'm sure we're going to find out more information over the next few weeks and months. But that's the video, guys. So a lot of new information come about, a lot of awesome new cars that are going to be coming to the game. Personally, for me, my little wish list, In terms of cars, I would love to see some more Group B cars. I would love to see some classic Aussie touring cars in there. So like Holden Tirana, a VL Commodore from the early 90s. Maybe some of the newer ones as well from the series. So like the Nissan or the Holden would be cool to have in there. And in terms of circuits, my big two would be Macau and Adelaide. I would love to see those two circuits in there. Adelaide especially, because that is one of my favourite circuits of all time. Not many games have it. I know Automobilista has it, and it may be a game I pick up just to play that track, but it would be awesome to see it in Project Cars, along with Macau as well, because again, I don't think that's been in very many racing games. On the subject of tracks, I've heard a few whispers here and there about Phillip Island being a possibility, which might lend itself more towards, as I said, maybe some more Australian touring car vehicles being in there, some classic ones, some newer ones, so that could be a possibility. But yeah, that's basically all the information I have for you today, guys. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, you would like to see more Project Cars or racing content from myself, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. Let me know what kind of cars would you like to see, what tracks would you like to see come into the game via DLC. Always happy to hear from you guys. But again, thank you so much for watching. Stay cool, and as always, I will catch you in the next video. Peace!